So hi, this is Merlin. So today the main topic is live recording to make something called as the scheduler. And I think this is the thing a lot of people didn't do it before. Even is kind of um, unable to write implement a scheduler. But however, there's such a thing as recurse ID callback, which is web API. But this is um, also I work as a scheduler or with the MTQ. So I can add some kind of my own scheduler like FCFS or SJF or round robin. But I don't know. This is my first time and I'm just gonna like practice live coding with you talking about it, like having an interview. So the interviewer will ask me. So right now you are interviewer and I am the interviewee. So the goal is implement scheduler the FCFS SJF round robin using request ID callback. So that's the goal of it, and I'm gonna do it. I never tried using request ID callback, but I'm just gonna. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So let me just try to read these documents. So request ID callback. What I know is this use oh, this is hard. Yes, let's do it. What I know is the request ID callback is it's just the function that could manipulate if some manipulate the some kind of the functions or whatever logic is. So I'm just gonna read these documents to understand request ID callback that you gave me. Hmm. Yes. To look, my understanding request ID callback is so there's it just like I think it's just the queue of it, but it is queue that handles asynchronous or synchronous functions. So if I run and I have to put it as a callback. So example, if there's request ID callback, I have to um, run. I have to input this run task queue, and with the timeout, if after it the request ID callback will ask is run task queue after this timeout. I think. By example. I think this kind of really example, and I think so. It's I will just copy paste this and understand as much as possible because I never studied this request ID callback. Perform. Um, okay, this is kind of hard because there's no there's no the function. So for the perform chunk work as the callback function, and that receives the deadline, and deadline is actually a deadline. So there's of each function requires either callback is the scheduler. So I put the perform chunk of work, and the request added callback will start doing task, and it will increase the task counter. And if there's like the task counter is less than 100, we perform the chunk of work again as a. Yeah, I think the the request added callback is just the it's just the is it's just the cue that we the can manipulate the timer with the timer. So um function I would so first thing um I have to make is the FCFS, right? FCFS means that first thing first come first serve. So it it basically same as queue, just normal queue, and I would just the I would make request add a callback logic into export class um, um, FCFS FCFS um, with the extends request add a callback. I don't know it's gonna be work. Yeah, this of course this is gonna be not working. Um, I'm just so using class could be much more harder, and I'm just gonna um, run make as a function FCFS scheduler. Either request callback is gonna be the functions that has to be in the in here in the callback. So I would put some kind of arrays, or let's say just the normal callback functions here. And the reason I put the normal callback functions is because I just want to check is this working or not. Time out is gonna be 100. And if I run FCFS with the console log FCFS finished, and this is gonna be work after timeout. I think that window is not defined. If the window type of window equals to the no or undefined, I have to return it first. Yes, the reason this is not working is because we are in the node environment. So module skip target modular relations classic bundler. I think bundler would be nice. Yeah, it's a type module. Why it's not working? Let's just delete this. Maybe the reason this is not working is because this logic is not good, or this is not valid in in the Node environment. It could be so, because I had a callback in Node. Window not defined. Oh yeah, so there's in the Node environment, this FASS, those kind of stuff is working. Um, I would put, I would make some kind of the index HTML and import this. I'm just gonna write this the JavaScript here rather than rely on this part. Yes. Body. I will put div for the testing if this preview working is not working is pretty fine, so it's working now. The thing I made was the FASS scheduler, right? And the first thing I would make is FS because it's really kind of easy to implement. So rather than putting some kind of type here, I would write plain JavaScript to see if this is working or not. And if I run it, it would print it export. Yeah, export is, of course, export will be not working because yeah, the reason why it throws error because I just defined it to export. So let's run it again. Let's just put 3000 timeout. So that's gonna be like 3 seconds. Yes. Let's say 40,000. The reason why this is not really working as a working improperly is because it doesn't hold on FS scheduler example. Yeah, yes, this is pretty hard, so oh my gosh. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm just gonna copy this original one and check this is working or not. This is the most hard concept that I ever faced. So let's do it. Delete annotation because we don't need annotation here. So delete this, and delete this, and let's see it. The CP is not defined. Oh yeah. Perform task check is pretty is working 0 tier TD99, and the reason why it working is because now I get it. So the reason why it's working is because we just put this task complete working based on this task counter, and this task counter is from the closure of the performed chunk of works. The performed chunk of work will be execution requires either callback here. If so, to make it the FCFS, let's just make a function for SJFS first. FCFS, FCFS task scheduler. And function FCFS. The first thing I would do is to see FCFS scheduler. I would make some kind of dummy functions for revising this revising this DOM attribute. Example, div id replace me. FCFS example. And let's say we have to make example. We have to render this example to some kind of long text, or we have to append more child, and I would put the text to put this inside the example as this array. Example text to put. Sure. And this is gonna be last here. Since text to put is a bunch of array, and I have to make functions to put into this FCF example. Let's just put the add text, add dummy, add task, add UIs. We will map this we will use for each to traverse this text. After render the text, I'm gonna use get element and put the text, inner text on here. Since, however, yeah, put here, and after putting in here, and let's just see if this is working or not. Add UI, on click, add an UI. And let's see how it does. And this has the button. Refresh it. Yes, the reason why wait, why is not 2, 3, 4 last? I4 it's this 23 and 4. Since this is kind of really fast, it just seems like the last is hitting the first because this is already rendered. Why don't we let's just say we have a text to put, but this text to put is it's actually a promise. New promise resolve. Get text promise. Promise. No, not this part. We just make a function but that return the promise, and it resolve the text that to put that shift const text. So we will resolve this text here. Text. And if I run it as an async, this promise-based logic will be executed safely, and this result, of course, 23. Console log 23. Sergi, and let's try to check it. If I hit example, this is printed. This promise will print 23 or 2021. Yes. The reason why it working is because I use the async prompt async. So this promise is waiting after this promise. But we're not using scheduler, and we don't want to put this promise based. And I would do like using window that requires either callback and make this promise while text that put the length isn't equals to 0. So I use a while syntax to make it or loop. After doing it, I use request either callback to add the promise and set. So let's just see this is really working or not. I don't know if this works. So let's run it. Yeah, the reason why this is working because we didn't resolve this promise space. So async await promise. Async await this promise. Boom. Oh, yeah, the reason why this work is because it falls into while loop, so it is the while is looping infinitely. And I would do so this is the problem code that caused the code, and I would do just sending putting some kind of resolve const resolve promise await and I'll put like this part here. So let's rerun it. If I hit enter, it will print as a normal part. Yes, since this is not working because this while loop is mess, so I think I just failed this interview. I think I have to study for about request ID callback. So because the reason why, sorry, this video is kind of this, I think to this topic in the video is kind of very terrible. My imagination is I could make some kind of scheduler using request ID callback and test it, and the goal was to make scheduler with the live coding. But the reason why it was hard is, first thing, I never learned about request ID callback. I just read documents from now, and moreover, um, it's really night here, and I didn't sleep like 2 days, so my brain is not working. So I think this is it. So sorry guys. Next video is just gonna be more high quality with the example, explain with the schedulers thing. So.